Well, thank you for staying with us. Stabilizing Nigeria's economy through artificial intelligence offers a pathway to reduce dependence on oil and build a more resilient system. By applying AI across key sectors, the country can boost productivity, improve efficiency, and diversify its economy base. With smart AI-driven risk assessment models, more Nigerians can access credit-fueling entrepreneurship and small business growth. AI also enhances financial inclusion by bringing banking services to undeserved populations through mobile platforms and digital wallets. At the same time, it strengthens fraud detection, improves security, and helps financial institutions manage risks more effectively. Joining us for this conversation is fintech and startup consultant Zainab Aziz. Thank you for staying with us, Zainab.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. So, how can the government develop a more robust AI infrastructure to support the growth of AI startups and industries?
Thank you for that question. I like to say that for a country like ours, it's important that the government first off caters to the underbanked, that's the unskilled people, the farmers, small businesses, such that when you are investing in fintechs and startups, everybody is properly equipped knowledge-wise to utilize the artificial intelligence development in the economy in the country. Now, what the government can do, and when I was doing a bit of research around this, I saw that there is a strategy in place around artificial intelligence in Nigeria. But what's the implementation strategy? How are people going to benefit from this? I think a major one beyond fintech startups, which is a major one, is catering for the underbanked and the underserved people. Now, there are a lot of people out there that have ideas, that have small farms and poultry and fish pond in their houses, trying to do something from themselves. However, they do not have the financial capacity to deliver on this project. What I think the government can do to solve that is enable them, give them the skill, give them the knowledge. Before we even get to enabling people or Nigerians, it's important that we have a change of mindset as a country. It's important that people are intentional about growth. People are open to accepting development, right? When we get to that, when we tackle a mindset shift or change, then the government, whatever the government is doing can begin to make sense. They can put in place checking credit scores, slowly trying to help them build their financial capacity such that when they take a loan and there's a repayment plan, there is a continuity plan there. AI can help you as a business, start up your business, track your finances, let you know what to do per time. It's quite easy, just depends on how you prompt it, right? If our government can first of all tackle ensuring that people are skilled enough, they can have a structure or an infrastructure somewhere that is building technology such that even those that do not understand English can use it, such that you can prompt the device or prompt your AI app with your voice and speak your actual dialect. You can speak Yoruba and get a response. That's one way the government can use AI to tackle some of the economic instability that we're experiencing. Now let's go to fintech. The financial technology system is a fast-growing one in Nigeria. All over the world, everybody's building something, everybody's trying to tackle something, and this gives room for more corruption. People are still scared, sadly, to put their money in the banks or in financial technology apps. Now, people are still comfortable with the bank, but with fintech, which is where the world is going, the world is going to be more digital. We have to intentionally believe in our system and what we are building. AI can be used to track fraud. There are certain research that you can do when you have AI in place. Customers have queries. They want to ask questions about their money. They want to withdraw their money, and they're experiencing some sort of backlog or delay. With an AI integrated chatbot, you don't necessarily need to speak to somebody to get your problem solved. So why not let's start integrating this system even in traditional banks? even in the apps as well.
Let me quickly come in, Aziz. Well, talking about this issue of AI, it was at the front burner at the UN General Assembly where the Vice President raised the issue of a digital divide. So tell us more about this development on how this can affect all sectors in developed countries and bringing it back to countries like Nigeria, where we can have AI being developed in healthcare, finance, and other sectors.
Okay, let's start with what we see internationally and in the healthcare sector. We see that for a country like Nigeria, people drop dead of certain health conditions. You really cannot say what's going on. And sometimes people have cancer, right? And until it's probably in stage 4 or it has gone really deep down into it before you can then say, or the doctors will say, oh, this person has cancer. However, when we look at other countries, developed countries, there are AI initiatives in place that allows you to immediately track whatever is going on in the person's body. So if you go into the hospital today, there's a triage system. So you're not initially waiting to see a doctor immediately. There's a triage system that is in place that checks your blood pressure, sugar level, and automatically just do like a quick search on what's going on around the body. That way, we can immediately identify some health issues that people are going through, and that's what has worked internationally. Imagine taking that system, that model, that process, and integrating it in our system, Nigeria. I'm sure we're going to have less death rate, particularly when it comes to health-related death concerns. It's going to be reduced. So that's one way for healthcare.
Yes,
Let's look at
yes.
agriculture, right?
Okay.
For agriculture, that's a major source of income for people in Nigeria, right? If you agree with me, the farmers can be educated, can be equipped. They don't necessarily need to do too much in terms of, okay, what's the quantity of fertilizer this particular production needs or something.
Zainab, hold on.
Yeah.
We'll go for a short break now. And when we return, we'll have you. Thank you so much for staying with us. Zainab, are you still there?
Yes, I am.
Thank you very much. Please complete your thoughts.
Okay, so I was talking about agriculture and the impact AI can have to reduce losses by predicting the weather. The government can put that system in place. Let's know that or understand that most of the farmers in Nigeria are uneducated. That's why I started my thought process with educating farmers, educating these underserved people first, such that when the system is in place, they are informed enough to utilize the service to deliver and of course provide more jobs. That imagine when we have integrated AI in a system and that has reduced a lot of manpower work. That way people can concentrate on doing something more strategic and increase, of course, revenue, give more jobs to people. They can connect to the markets because there's already a system in place. What AI does is it bridges the gap between what is a problem and provides a solution. So one way or the other is connecting farmers to the markets, and that's solving a huge problem. People have access to good food. Yeah.
Okay. You spoke about jobs. Some people believe that AI takes jobs from us, and some other people believe that it even provides more jobs. Yeah. What is your belief system?
I don't think, when it first started, to be honest with you, that was a very, very valid scare that AI was going to take job of people, particularly in less strategic roles. Say, for example, I'm not saying customer service jobs are not good jobs, but you see that there's already an AI system or a chatbot system. You're talking to a machine and it's responding like a proper human. In fact, more effectively or efficiently than a human will do. However, we cannot take out the place of human interaction. You and I are humans. I cannot be talking to a machine all the days of my life. I'm going to lose my mind. So as there are some jobs that, yes, AI is going to replace, however, it gives us room to develop something different. It allows us as individuals maximize our skills and develop something else. The world is fast evolving. It's going to go beyond chatting with people or providing solutions via a chat or telephone call. Things are going to evolve. It allows you enough time or gives you time to upskill yourself. You can even use the AI itself to upskill yourself and learn something new. So AI is not going to take away our jobs. It's just going to allow us improve ourselves and develop something
Absolutely.
different.
I love the fact that you raised the point that it will improve ourselves and develop us which is key to this conversation. Now, walk us through the responsible use of AI technologies with a focus on transparency, accountability, and ethics.
Yeah, thank you, Emmanuel. Let's say for transparency, accountability, and ethics, it's important that we have what's the word now? There's a data system in place, right? There's a regulatory system in place that the government has put to ensure that people are using it right. Because if you do not use this intelligence system right, there is a high possibility that you'll be led astray. Because it depends on what you tell it, really. The AI system responds to what you prompt it to do. Now, if there is a regulatory system in place that the government of a particular country has put to guide people, people know that when I do use this thing and I do it against the law, against the regulation, I'm not following the standard operating process of this particular AI. In fact, the way AI also works, when you prompt it to do something and it's not in accordance to how it has been programmed, it wouldn't proceed. The intelligence system will tell you, oh, I have not been programmed to do X, Y, Z, right? That way you see that there is an ethical standard that we do need to follow. But of course, all of these things are heavy on data and the regulation that the government has put in place to solve this problem.
The government has invested about 55 AI startups in the past 2 years with a total investment of around $6 to $7 million US dollar. And AI is projected to contribute up to about 15 billion US dollar to Nigeria's GDP by 2030. Let's look at the economic benefit of this. How viable is this?
It's 100% possible. It's 100% possible. If the government has invested that sum of money, there is a high possibility that we will get the returns. Of course, if people are doing what is right. Let's not forget that we are building technology, which is dependent on people. If startups are not going to close down soon because they've got free cash from the government, then we are definitely going to get the results we are looking at in 2030, if I get the year correctly. Right. This is a very possible solution because even for individuals that me, for example, I work with a team. We're currently building a system. I will not disclose it because it's benefit the Nigerian police. AI is a major one. It helps us get enough data across the whole world. So imagine that we have intentionally developed this and pushed it out to the market. Of course, we're informed on how to use it. That way, we see improvements in the police system, in corruption. All of those things begins to reduce. Of course, the viable thing is possible. We are going to get there. We continue
Absolutely. My own fear is about the fintech, how I can part with my money and it will be secured, that no one would defraud the little stipends I have.
Yeah. I mean, before you put your money in the fintech, I think you need check that they have all their licenses. Yes, very valid question, actually.
It's a fine place to leave it. Fintech and startup consultant Zainab Aziz, many thanks for joining us on TVC Breakfast Saturday.
Thank you, man, for having me.
Thank you, man. Still ahead on the program, the race for Anambra is entering the final stretch. From rallies to debates, and candidates are making their case while voters weigh their options ahead of a crucial decision day. Do not go anywhere, definitely. We'll be right back.